5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning. This is Wayne Cymbaluk from the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District with your conservation report. Residents of Stearns County are invited to attend an open house on Thursday, May 9th regarding the discovery of emerald ash borer in the county. On April 2nd, 2019, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture confirmed an EAB infestation in several trees within the city limits of Sauk Center. Those attending the upcoming open house will have the opportunity to learn more about EAB and local options to deal with the insect and hear how residents can limit the spread of the bug. Experts from the MDA and other state and federal partner agencies will be available to answer questions. So it's the Emerald Ash Borer Open House, Thursday, May 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Sauk Center City Council Chambers in Sauk Center, Minnesota. The public will also have an opportunity to provide input on the proposal to add Stearns County to the state formal quarantine. An emergency quarantine was placed on the area when the EAB was discovered. The MDA will take comments on the proposed formal quarantine through May 17th and proposes to adopt the quarantine on May 30th, 2019. The quarantine limits the movement of ash trees and limbs and hardwood firewood out of the county. Emerald ash borer larvae kill ash trees by tunneling under the bark and feeding on the part of the tree that moves nutrients up and down the trunk. Minnesota is highly susceptible to the destruction caused by this invasive insect. The state has approximately 1 billion ash trees, the most of any state in the nation. The 2019 Stearns County SWCD tree pickup date has been set for Friday, May 3rd. The Stearns County SWCD tree program was developed to provide landowners with an affordable and convenient way to purchase trees and shrubs for conservation practices such as windbreaks, shelter belts, living snow fences, and wildlife habitat. The tree program is on a first-come, first-served basis. Payment in full is due with your order. This was the first year you were able to order your trees online. The only date available to pick up your trees this year is on Friday, May 3rd from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please note that the tree pickup location has changed and it's no longer in Albany. The trees can be picked up at the Stearns County Public Works Building in Waite Park, which is about a half mile south of Fleet Farm. On another note, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture, in partnership with the National Weather Service, has designed a tool for those applying manure in Minnesota called the Minnesota Runoff Risk Advisory Forecast. The interactive map is designed to help farmers and custom manure applicators decide on the optimal time to apply manure by predicting or modeling when runoff events are likely to happen. As a bonus, the tool also provides forecasted precipitation amounts as well as soil temperatures at 2 and 6 inches of depth to help with manure application decisions. The model takes into account soil moisture content, forecast precipitation and temperatures, snow accumulation, and melt to predict the likelihood of daily, next day, and 72-hour runoff events. Farmers and commercial applicators use an interactive map to locate their field and find the forecasted risk. Runoff risk is grouped into 4 categories: no runoff, expected, low, moderate, and severe. When the risk is moderate or severe, it is recommended that the applicator evaluate the situation to determine if there are other locations or later dates when the application could take place. Also, keep an eye out this year for Palmer Amaranth. It is one of the most difficult weeds to manage in the field. It has already shown resistance to 5 major classes of herbicides across the U.S. Combine the challenges of resistance with an aggressive growth rate, prolific seed production, prolonged emergence, and peak heights of 6 to 8 feet, and yield losses can reach 80 to 90% for corn and soy growers. Palmer Amaranth in Minnesota started with just one pathway of spread, a single company selling contaminated native seed mix for conservation plantings. Nearly 2 years later, Palmer continues to spread by other means, including via humans, equipment, livestock, hay, forage, and feed. In 2018, Palmer was reported at 44 sites across 6 counties in Minnesota. How can you help slow the spread of Palmer Amaranth? Learn how to identify Palmer Amaranth and how it differs from other common pigweeds and water hemp. If you suspect a Palmer plant, record its location and contact the University of Minnesota Extension or the Minnesota Department of Agriculture immediately. Coordinate with Bowser and the Minnesota Department of Agriculture to accurately read labels and monitor sources of seeds, components for the seed mixes. For more information on any of today's or other topics, please check out our website at www.stearnscountyswcd.net or call us at 320-251-7800 extension 3. Also, please like us on Facebook. I hope you all have a happy Easter. This has been Wayne Cymbaluk with your Conservation Report.